Hare Krishna, all. Welcome back once again to our Journey of Self Discovery course. As you all know, it's a 6 session course. Today is the third. Sure. Second. Okay. Second. What was the first session? Topic? Who am I? Who am I? What do you think? Or we were searching for something. Search for happiness, right? That was the first topic. So now today we have Haridesh Radha Bhavini Mataji. So short introduction for Mataji. Mataji is the academic background. She has done her MBA from Mumbai since in 1988, and then she has been working with bank. 98. 1980. 1998. Sorry. Working with bank as management sector, and since 2000, Mataji is in the banking field. Practicing Krishna consciousness since 1998. She is a mother of a beautiful daughter. Has been rendering variety of services in Iskcon, whether it be youth forum, dance, drama, cooking for their lordships, are just a few of the services to name. So anytime you are desirous to do any service in temple, the go-to person is Radha Kaveri Mataji. So we are really grateful for Mataji that she is doing the presentation today, and we would like to invite her and please share the presentation and enlighten us all. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. A warm welcome to everybody. Thank you for the service. I hope I am able to speak the right words that will inspire you all to go on this path. I have a more deeper connection with whatever you are come here for, the purpose for what we are coming here for. So we'll just summarize with what Mataji started now. She last session she told about the search for happiness, and I think almost all of you all were present for the last session. We can just summarize what did Mataji do in the last session, where she spoke about. Is it not moving? So sharing. Okay, who will take the lead? What was this? We summarized what did we do? We spoke about two entities. What is this? Human and animals. And we found out what are the differences between them and what is the commonality between them. So what was seed? What was the common thing what we have with animals? Can anybody share? Okay. Without time. Yeah, I think you will know it. Sleeping, eating, enjoying, and defending. Yeah. And what are the differences between animals, human and animals that Mataji shared with us? That is ABCD. It was a very nice, soaking session. Like actually, these are things we can, contemplate when a session gets over. Just contemplate on what was taught. Like I had the good fortune to attend last week, so I could contemplate, and it was very nice. It also helped me to prepare for this session. So it is the ability for higher inquiry. See, these things will come in our daily life. Now that your journey has started and you have a long way to go. See, my hair has grown white, no, all this. So these things will help us in the long way. If we, keep, these are the things we have to keep, like by heart karke rakhte hai na, some things. H2O, now we know H2O is water. So these are the small things in spirituality, what we have to just inground ourselves in our brain, so that anytime now we are in a path, nobody should tell you are blindly following the path. You should have some basis. तो किसी को भी कुछ बोलते हैं ना, this is मेरी तुम, अरे आपका अपना अपना और animal में what is the difference? Nobody will be able to give so much deep. But what Mataji covered, if you just go back, you have recordings, go back and just, think about it. So it was A, ability for higher inquiry. B stands for bliss. I'll not go deep into anything, just surfacely I'll be just covering since Mataji gave a elaborate session. C for choice, and D was the determination to follow all the above. And while we covered this, Mataji also told that there are some real problems, correct? In this material world, there are real problems. Any idea about what were they? Real problems. So that was with respect to the body. What were they? Life, death, birth, disease, old age, and death. Four of them. Okay, so and there are other A B A D. Anything idea? AB square or something like that? No. Adhyatmic, Adi. All thing and Adi Daivi. So some are related to the body and some is all that natural klesha, then some by, given by God. So, but then we have to overcome all this. All the solutions, there is no solution to overcome all the problems. Because in this world, which is temporary, we have got some few temporary solutions to these problems. So what were these SSS that Mataji shared with us? Any idea? Somebody recap, please. Spiritual, puja and all Mataji told, right? Scientific speculation and spiritual rituals. She showed the Homa Kund and all that, right? So all this will not relieve our problems to the full extent. It will give us relief, but it will not relieve us to the full extent because that is not a permanent solution. Then we saw we wanted a permanent solution. So what was a very nice last screen which Mataji shared? But a very nice thing. It should really this that has to be in everybody's mind. So again, I'll just tell it. It was about the lost child and the father, and the connection to God. That's where Mataji established a connection to God. Anybody, even we, when we are, how much ever we go to any, I always feel this. Whenever we go for an outing or somewhere, or even maybe now that I'm married and I come to my in-laws house, or I'm married and I go to my in-laws house, I come back to where we are actually residing and where we are connected to, that is where we feel more grounded. Recently, we went to a place. We went to Guroil and somebody hosted us, and they put us in a very lavish hotel. So I was telling my Prabhu and family, okay, this hotel is lavish, maybe for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. But the real happiness, which when we come to our small 1 BHK, 2 BHK, 3 BHK, that's really, we cannot beat that with any amount of luxury that is being given. So same way, that child that is lost, who was lost in that fair, and you bring him home and you give him anything, the child will not be happy. The child will be happy when you connect him to his real father. So now, who is the real father? So this is where we are going to come and start our session today. So does that real father exist? Or is that a belief, or is it a myth? Somebody tells it's a myth. God exists is a myth. And this now what we ended was Mataji ended this with what we are asking is real happiness. And what are the few things that Mataji shared? Laya, Mataji shared, correct? Yeah. Sorry, the Dukhalaya is a material world. Then she shared about the wine bottle was there, where you get, where the wine bottles, Vridhalaya, yeah. And when you go to hospital, what it is called? Hospital is called what? Chikilsaya. And toilet, Shauchalaya. All are layers only. But all these have all, and we are trying to search this permanent happiness in these temporary places. Is that possible? Both are contradictions, correct? Like if I tell, oh, this is salt, which is very sweet, you will tell I am crazy. Oh, correct? Because that is something you can very easily understand. How can salt be sweet? The nature of salt is salty. The nature of sea water is salty. The nature of can you give anything? Chili powder is sweet. Any chili powder? No, it's spicy. So in when the Lord created this material world, He stamped it. It is going to be dukhalaya. In that, how can be such happiness? And if we are telling we are happy and we are finding happiness, that's just temporary. But what being here, we should try to have some permanent happiness, some real happiness. What can connect? So let us well into what it can be. So that's where we start here from. So sorry, excuse me, I just the bottle again. Sorry, my voice is not at all okay today. I've been under the weather and I'll be taking some small breaks. Excuse me. So is God imagined or experienced? So today's session, it can be a life-changing session if you take the concepts, very deep, and if you contemplate it in a very assertive way. And it's more about how we can, approach to this topic in a more logical way. in a systematic way, which will help not only you all. Now, when you are come here, we think we are half the exam passed. If you are come here, it's not that we have to scratch you from sweat, but you are going out as as ambassadors of this temple who have gained some knowledge to share to the outside world. So this Asana is going to Bombay. Tomorrow she will go to Bombay and she'll share what she has done. Tomorrow she'll find the girls forum. She will start this one session. Everything is ready. Just take and incorporate. But if we assimilate something, when we assimilate something, we can share with others. So please don't think that what this Mataji is trying to teach, that I don't know about God. I know about God. What is she trying to teach? So today's session is not about teaching you who is God, or coming to trying to teach you what God means, how to find God in a logical way. It's for helping you all. Okay, for those who are not clear about it, it will help you to be more clear about the concepts of God. But those who know about it, is for you to assimilate and share it with the outside world. So just in a for few seconds, I request all of you, just close your eyes and I'll just ask something. So just ponder about it. Request you all to close your eyes for a few seconds. Have you ever felt protected, guided, or comforted without knowing exactly who, how, or by whom? Have you ever felt solaced without anyone physically being there? I think we were, come to some, you can just open your eyes. If you just come to that feeling, I would not ask what it is, but I request you to keep that feeling alive. Whatever feeling you had that, please keep it alive. So, just would like to ask you something. Yes, I forgot your name. Swat, yeah. Uh, Suppose something good happens to you, or even something bad happens. What is the one thing that spontaneously comes out of our mouth? Anything? Impulse? Huh. Yeah. Anybody else? Chaitanya? Okay. You say something good happens. Oh, that's a very common thing. Oh my God. Oh Lord. So we are actually blessed being in this, Bharat Bhumi. We are actually little blessed that way, that it automatically comes for us. It has come, ingrained, we can tell. It has come that way. And nowadays in WhatsApp also, right? Whenever we send and something कुछ गलती से भेजा, OMG, so उधर भी आ गया, WhatsApp में भी आ गया, oh my God. So that we are actually blessed that it's not a very, superstitious thing or something that we have not heard. It is there in us, so we can just dwell to this, thing. Like, let us think on this aspect, like, does God really exist? So a lot of people in this world, some of them they believe in God, and some of them they don't believe in God. You have come across such people, Swati? Some of them who don't believe in God. So if they believe in God, this is something I have been sharing from. This screen ordered a lot of popularity from the first time only sitting over there in the screen. I like this very much because we use it most of the sessions. This aspect, it really helps to make things clear. So can anybody tell, what is this? Can we contemplate on, let us make it proactive for some extent, not taking too much of time, but what is that machine? It's an ATM machine, I think, right? We have put it properly. What are all people doing? All are standing there to withdraw money. What is that? It's a right hospital. What are all doing there? Doctor, or for might be some treatment or something. These people, job or interview or education institution, standing in a queue with the same purpose. Anybody standing here to, withdraw money? Here in the scene on the slide 3? No. Anybody standing in slide 2 to study? No. Anybody standing in the hospital to gain, to withdraw money or take admission? No. The purpose of everything is clear. Am I clear about what I was trying to tell? Now let us contemplate on, I think Mataji, I want to Ram Janmabhoomi. Is it Ram Janmabhoomi temple? I'm not sure. Is it? Himani has got. She's gone. Right, no? Okay, fine. So we came to the right thing. We have come to shelter of Lord Ram. Let him give us the right intelligence. So this usually people who believe in God, they believe for four reasons. First is to fulfill their desires. First and foremost, blindly they want to fulfill their desires. So in this fourth picture, if you see, 100 people are thousands of people are standing. So one is standing that, one might be praying, हे भगवान मुझे एक लड़की दो, दूसरा लड़की बोलेगा मुझे लड़का दो, हम दोनों एक साथ मिलेंगे तो बोलेंगे मुझे बच्चा दो, बच्चा होने के बाद बच्चा बोलेगा मुझे बॉयफ्रेंड दो, बॉयफ्रेंड बोलेगा मुझे गर्लफ्रेंड दो, then husband wife, then they become a parent, let my child, then we became together, so let me get a house. So the number of desires, people standing in the queue of for the temple is they having different desires. Is it okay? It's understandable, right? Everybody goes to a temple for different reasons to find solutions because they all feel God is the, better jaisa better hai. Like I will serve all your desires. In fact, in Andhra Pradesh, there's a temple I have heard. Its name is Visa Balaji. So yeah, Chirikur Balaji, but they call it as Visu Balaji. Why is that Visa Balaji? I don't know now. Anyway, God is powerful, so Trump could be he can change. But before Trump came, anybody's visa needs to be stamped and they need a US visa. They go and pray to visa. Am I right, Masaji? It's called Visa Balaji. So if you go there, you're sure that you're going to get your US visa stamped. So that's the extent people believe. So when they believe something is coming true, then immediately they will follow that. So that is they have some desires that have to follow. So they follow God. And the second category of people is they have a fear of the unknown. So many people, they go there. I mean, what if this happens? Kya ye hoga to? Then I want to pray to God. So that God will, okay, everything okay?
Yeah, there are some online participants also.
Okay.
You can ask
Yeah.
them once in a while.
Okay. So, if I ask them this fine, they
They will
will
listen.
listen. Okay, thank you. Sorry. So fear of the unknown. And because of that, fear, that so-called fear factor, many people go and pray to God. You Rajeshwari, thing with that? Huh? Rajeshwari. So that is one thing. And the third category of people who, go to God is because of the society, peer society pressure. Everybody is going, so I should also go. Otherwise, what they will think about me? The peer pressure, you tell, no? Many of them come into the peer pressure thing, and so they will go to God. Say, even like when there was Kumbh Mela, Jagannath Rath Yatra, everybody doesn't go with that, this of devotion. They go, अभी उन लोग आया तो हम लोग भी जाएंगे. In my bank also, many of them went because some of them went. So that we should not feel that I am the missed one out. And सब लोग कल पूछेंगे, अरे आप गए कि नहीं? That way. So that many of them go to God only because of that society pressure. And most of them they will tell, okay, husband is there, so wife has to go. Then many people we can see, dragging their husbands to temple. Some husbands will drag their wives to the temple. So that is also another combination which comes under peer pressure or combination. The last one is traditions. So we as Indians, Hindus, we have been always bound by traditions, so-called traditions. So we follow that. Mummy will tell on Diwali day, wake up in the morning and take hair bath. No, so we follow that. But many our parents might tell what is the reason behind why we have to do, we purify ourselves that way. There are many traditions that are there. People just follow. Many people they don't even know what's the purpose of why you're following the tradition. And what even if you go to ask some children, they will go and ask, why do we do this? Pata nahi, you should not ask questions. When it comes to about God, don't ask questions. It is aparad. पूछना नहीं बस follow. बोला है बस मान लो. Some parents even not know, they'll not even know. Even when we went to, I don't want to name the temple, but it's a famous temple. So when we went there, people were just giving animal for slaughter. Because it has been the tradition that, when we grow this animal, we go and give that, then the animal gets delivered, and then we will get, they will get, when the animal gets moksha, we are also elevated that way. There's some girl who has come. Has she come for some girl has come? Yeah. So they don't think look at things with a logical perspective. So that is where we are trying to come to, this thing. What happened was just to take now. I think everybody's face is very serious. That's why I'm presenting something very serious. The topic is serious, but it's very loving if you take it. Might be the presenter is not proper. So let to make it in a lighter sense. So who is this? He is a sadhu. So he was in the Himalayas. अब ऐसे लग रहा नहीं है पर पीपीटी में यही मिला तो यही लगा है टाइम नहीं था. So वो साधु हिमालय से आया था. हमें हिमालय का साधु बहुत अलग दिखता है. So what I seen in Kumbh Mela. No, I used to like their sadhus more than seeing anything in Kumbh Mela. I used to see that Ramachandra Kripa Bhajan that the song used to be there. All sadhus who were come with that ashes. So that sadhu, one sadhu, such sadhu came to a village. And the villagers wanted to get, some association and they wanted to enliven themselves about God. So they told him that please come and, come and speak to us about God. So even if you see in Kumbh Mela and all, the sadhus they come, they don't speak much. Because they are in their meditation. When we are asking some people like, how do you come to know? उनको तो WhatsApp नहीं है ना कुंभ मेला कभी शुरू होने वाला है कभी खत्म होने वाला है. So they all in the meditation, they all are connected to the higher realm. And they come to know everything and they don't speak much. They come there, do their meditation and strange things and they go back. One Friday, Kumbh Mela का कोई साधु अभी नहीं दिख रहा है. If you go now, also all of them will not be safe. Certain of them will be practicing. So the sadhu did not want to speak much. So he was like, अरे मेरे को क्यों बुलाया करके. And they asked a question. So what he did, he asked a question to them. So how many of you believe that there is God? So okay, all villagers are very simple people. So all of them raised, usually villagers very simple people. All of them raised their hand. Okay, we all believe in God. So he told, wow, मेरा मकसद वही है कि connect yourself to God. Now when you all know there's God, then why I should speak? So then he got appointment. Then they were like, अरे इनको बुलाया हमारे को enliven us and he is just gone off. Now then they told no, we should call him again. Other because we feel that something is lacking. So then they called him again. So reluctantly he came again, second time. So then now they understood what if he asked something, what we should answer. He asked the same question. So how many of you do not believe in God? So first it was, what was the first question? Believe in God. And how? Second question is, how many of you do not believe in God? So the villagers were very, sure this time. So they all raised their hands that we don't believe in God. What they thought, if we tell that we do not believe in God, the sadhu will entertain us about God and then we will get a little serious that way. So when the sadhu told, oh my God, so many of you all and don't believe in God, all my practice of so many years will go off because I'm in association of so many atheists. So I don't want my, whatever my practice to go and I am getting up and going. So he got up and he went off. Now the villagers were very irritated. Arey, what is sadhu? What should we do? So they again called a community meeting and they called him again a third time. So then he came. Then he asked, okay, now let me know how many of you believe in God. So now the villagers were very planned. So who all are on the right side of the sadhu, they all raise a hand. No, we believe in God. And how many of you do not believe in God? Those who are on the left side, they raise their hand telling, we do not believe in God. So what the sadhu told, so very one thing you can do is those who believe in God can tell to the others who do not believe in God what is the existence of God. So I just thought on a lighter note. So these are the things and it's just like people many a times, it's not about the sadhu, but many a times people just go in that belief. Some belief कोई बोला है इसके लिए so we practice. So we are coming to that point, and here's one really beautiful thing. Looks very nice, modern with septum and all that. So why many people believe in God because of some circumstances. That's what we are trying to come to here. Circumstantial faith. So there was this one boy. He was a very notorious character, atheist. And I also come to in my banking career with some few atheists. But of course not this person. They were good. So so this atheist was boy. He was like everybody knew him in wherever he was in that presence. So one day he was going to attend an interview. So because before that, like you have an internship in colleges and all, people come, right? Colleges to do interviews. Sana will have experience for that. So interview का panel में आने के पहले he started running in the whole college asking, hey, आपका पास तिलक है क्या? आपका पास तिलक है क्या? आपका पास कुमकुम है क्या? So everybody said, ये लड़का क्यों पूछ रहा है तिलक and कुमकुम? Why he wants it? Then he went and came. He went inside. He managed something. Went applied all this on his face and he went inside and he came out. Then he asked, why did you want all this? So he told no, because when the interviewer was going inside, I saw he had tilak and kumkum inside with something he had put. So I thought if I put that and go, then he will make me also pass and I will get a job. So what is this? We are trying to use the circumstances. So in India, mostly when we go, no, now suppose if you ask somebody, do you believe in God? So if you come to a temple, usually people will tell, okay, yeah. In temple, the purpose is we are come to see God only, na? So that way, so we believe in God. But the same question, if you go to some pub, or somewhere else, some show or something, this show, that show, and we ask, do you believe in God? Some people will be reluctant to tell because it's a myth to tell that, yeah, to tell open that, yeah, I believe in God. So that is circumstances. It depends on the circumstance where you are, not that, whom you're asking. So that the thing changes of whom you're asking. The people might be the same, but where you are placed and what are the circumstances you are placed, that matters to the way people ask answer. Here is one puja. So there was one atheist. Sorry. Excuse me. So there was an atheist doctor, okay, and he was doing inauguration of his new dental clinic. Then he, made a Satyanarayana puja. So atheist का friend कौन होता है? Usually not a God-fearing person, correct? Usually we are always in association with the people whom we like to be. Now, usually in our circle, we will be devotee circle, devotee circle. Thank you. And this atheist ka friends were devotee, all atheists. Then he kept the Satyanarayana puja. So all other friends came and asked, "Arey Baba, you're keeping a Satyanarayana puja for your, new dental clinic. Why? You know, na, we don't believe in God. Arey, kya hai? It took only 1,000 rupees for me. Abhi ka time before 10,000 rupees it took for me for a Satyanarayana puja. What by chance if God exists? That he's also having that thought. What by chance if God exists? Then I'm benefited, no, he might be. And if he does not exist also, what I lose only 10,000 rupees, no? So it's okay. So kabhi koi peer pressure may come and tend to that peer pressure, might be a wife bola hai, okay, you do it, you do it. So this is another thought process why people, get into this aspect of, searching for God, seeking for God. That usually we prioritize, what we value the most. That way. That way. Now we've covered like why do we four reasons why do we believe in God, right? Just try to keep it if it's possible. And now let us dive into why people don't believe in God. When there are certain sect of people who believe in God, there will be certain sect who don't believe in God, and there will be some reasons behind it. So can we just summarize and believe in God? What were the things? Four things. First was desire. Second was fear of the unknown. And the third one was, I'm sorry, fear of rich society. Very good. And the fourth one is, kuch pucha mat. Huh? Sorry? I'm sorry, no. Traditions. Tradition. Like, it's there in our tradition. So let us do parents many things. Now, let us see why do people don't believe in God? Because those who don't believe in God, what they are called? They are the so-called atheist people. One main reason what we have found out, like why they don't do this, they don't believe like in the existence of God. You show me proof. Abhi idhar aake khada kar do, then I will believe. So they feel that there is no logical reason why you are believing in God. And another is they want to see God. No, if have you seen God? If we tell no that there is God, they will tell, have you seen God? We have not seen God. Then why we should believe in God? Then another third reason what they will tell is that how can we believe that God exists? How do you believe that God exists? So many problems are going around the world. We always have this question. Usually in all these sessions, people ask, Mataji, then why do bad things happen to good people? Or why do good people suffer? These are the common thoughts that come to any age, any girls or any boys of this age group. Why do people suffer? So for in today's session, we will just cover the first two things, that is, how do we see about the proof of existence of God? And second is whether we can see God. Where they tell we cannot see God. So can we see God? Can we come to a consensus together? We have come together to dive into something, right? So let us understand. It's not like we are proving us wrong, them wrong, and us correct. Let us come to a consensus and understanding like whether we can see, whether we see God or whether somebody has seen God. And the third topic we'll leave to our future presenters. that why do, things happen to, bad things happen to good people, why suffering exists if God is there. So we'll go to our first two topics, that is, okay. I hope the online, girls are not feeling lost because I'm not. Okay. Are they responding? Anything is that okay? They are getting chats. So here we learn about the proof of existence of God. Okay. So let us logically understand, the existence of God. If God exists, then what is the tangible proof, that God exists? Wow. Seems to be good. I think you can connect to this, right? So it's about the creation. First thing is the creation implies a creator. So let us see. Here are some proofs. Okay, this is all we are going back to our school days. You will tell Mataji, abhi bhi phone dikha raha hai, mobile dikha ho, but I try to search who's the exact person who founded mobile. You have any idea who searched, who invented mobile? नहीं ना मैं कभी स्मार्टफोन इन्वेंटेड बाय स्टीव जॉब्स हाँ अभी अपना मोबाइल उसमें से हो गया ओके सी अच्छा चलो वी विल टेक हिम टू बी अवर प्रेजेंट गुरु सो आई गो बैक टू दिस टेलीफोन कौन इन्वेंट किया Alexander Bell. Second, school days. Again, what is a steam engine? Who? James Watt, right? Onliners, are you okay? Are you in sync? Who invented the telescope? Who was that? Galileo. Yes. And who invented this bulb? We know, na? They know the story, where he sat and all in the tree and there was no light and light came and all that stories. Okay. Who invented this? What's the thought? Who invented? What is this? Solar system. And what is there around so many balls? Planets moving around the solar system. And then what you call? We have learned in our class. Yeah, orbit. And our geography teacher used to, train that into us. तभी तो कुछ समझा नहीं, but now we are trying to connect things. Okay, so what happened now is, while this was happening, Newton, right? All of them have heard about Newton. Okay. So Newton, one of Newton's friends visited him. So he made a working model of this solar system. Now we are going to contemplate like how, what. So when his friend visited him, Newton was a scientist. Usually most of the scientists are atheists. But Newton was not one amongst them. He was believing in God and he was trying to. Of course, in God, reasons also many are there. But he was not an atheist. That is all. But one of the so-called scientist friend visited him and they asked, he had made a very nice working model of the solar system. And usually, when we go to the science projects also, now though technology has gone so high. We were visiting recently one of the science exhibitions. I was like amazed by the way people had, presented things almost like this. They had presented everything like this. And during our times, it was like card paper lao, card sheet lao. Mataji will agree because I think we both are, of the same age group. Card paper, and then turbine karo, and then udhar se pani aa raha hai. It's a very lundu punchu, chunchu punchu we used to do. Our presentations were that way with cardboard, cutting all that. But recently, even here in temple, the children made amazing presentation for the Krishna's kingdom plan. So Newton made one such presentation of the solar system. And his friend was asking, Hare, wow, what is this? What have you made? And he told, oh, this is a solar system. ये कैसे आ गया? Who made it? He told, actually, when I got up in the morning, it was there. So by chance, that word, by chance, because scientists believe in that word a lot. It was there by chance. That he told, Hare, how can this be possible? That, there's such a whole thing, it's come by chance. It's impossible. And he told, when, sorry. Thank you, Chaitanya. Also.
This topic matches with this whole thing.
So he told, so when Newton replied, so when the entire solar system you tell is come by chance, scientists tell everything comes by chance only, then why can't this model come by chance? There's some room for thinking, right? So anyway, we don't conclude, what the scientist told and what the friend told and Newton told. That's not our perspective here. Our perspective is to move forward in our journey. So we have a tendency to, believe in all what we have informed about this. Like now, sorry, it's dark. Huh? Okay. And we find it illogical, inconsistent, then we find it a little uncomfortable to believe. Now there is something coming up very interesting here. Something which everybody would have heard at some point of time. Yeah. Correct. Big Bang Theory. Yes. Everybody has this theory is very interesting. Okay. And let me tell me something, tell you about it. Like when it was started, when it was, when that came in, we heard it in our childhood college days. They told that everything started from a point. Yeah. From a point. Everything started from a point. And in that point, there was some temperature. And when that temperature reached some pressure, there was a big blast and with a very big bang. And when that bang came, the many of millions of universes came out, and everything was in its place. Sounds logical, difficult for our tiny brains, right? So this is what the so-called scientists believe in, that Big Bang theory. So now, what is initially is where did this point? Right? There is something, some logical things what we can do is where did that point come? If you tell it started with a point, वो point भी कहाँ से लाया? Usually the difference between the science and religion is, the science says everything this came from a point, from this, from that. It's only a perception. Okay, and whereas in religion, what everybody tells, everything came from the topic which we were discussing. God, yes. That's the only difference which comes between science and religion. Let's see. Okay. Now, another thing what we ponder is while we think that this, it came from a point, what other aspects we told in that Big Bang was there? There was temperature, correct? It reached a temperature. Abhi, now if I have this water, इसमें क्या है? It's a normal room temperature, correct? So if it has to get heated or it has to reach some temperature like 0 to 100 degree, oh, ऐसा देखने में so it will not happen, right? How it will get it reach to a temperature? कैसे होगा? It needs to be heated. So, okay. So some hand should be there for that thing also to get heated. And then only it will reach to pressure. Cooker में चावल रखेगा तो automatically it will not happen. The mother goes and lights with the lighter and then it creates some pressure and that's how our rice and dal is getting cooked. So in this also there was something, some pressure had to be there, right? Only then the things would work out. But are we thinking about that hand behind that point, that thought behind that pressure, the temperature? See, these are the logical things we should, really put our thoughts on, and which scientists, just blindly tell that it has just come into existence. But and another thing is, so sorry. Yeah. So another thing is what the Big Bang theory fails is every scientific theory, when you tell you're in how many of your science background over here? Yeah. Swati is from what background? Commerce? Commerce. Incha pinch. Even I'm from commerce. Yours, sir? Commerce. Sana? Commerce. We all are together. No, we all are together. All of us are together. So, what any scientific and which I used to like in my science, school days, we had to take science. Is to go to the lab and do experiments. All you have to do physically, you have to do some experiment to come to a conclusion, right? That physical verification. Who concluded that Big Bang में कौन था उधर बैठ के देखने के लिए कि ये Big Bang में point आ गया, pressure आ गया, temperature? Was there somebody to do? So that is a major failure which the Big Bang theory did not come. So that's why we tell this Big Bang theory, which we are seeing is a Big Bang, and people made a big bang about it, is utter failure because we don't have any logical thing. So for anything, what we heard is first we saw a creator, right? There was a everything needs a creation. The first thing what we saw, the inventor. So everything needed a creation. That was the first point. Here, anytime what something is created, so there is a law. Everybody is knowing now, like there's a law of a state. We all are in the state, so there's a law of the state, the law of the country. Science has its own laws. So many laws we have. learned during our school and college days, whether we have taken commerce or science or arts, but the basic thing what we have covered in our school or college days there were some laws. So, second point what we come to is the law. Every law implies a lawmaker. The law does not come outright in place. See, here are the traffic signals, right? It's not unknown to anybody. It's a very simple example. So somebody has put that law in place, right? And what if we don't follow the law? Say there's a signal on, okay, it's a green signal, and everybody is going, all the sides are green. What will happen? Complete chaos, So whenever there's a law in place, you should understand first there's a lawmaker and there is a keeper of the law. We have to follow the laws. That's when we think that things will fall in place. And how many of you are not tempted when the signal is red and there is nobody around, and particularly if there's no traffic police around? Correct? How many of you are tempted to cross the road? अरे पूरा रोड खाली है, ट्रैफिक का सिग्नल है रेड, but there's nobody, ट्रैफिक पुलिस भी नहीं है. So why not we cross? You ride a two-wheeler? Huh? No, okay, you're safe. You come out of safety. You ride a two-wheeler? Tana rides. You ride a two-wheeler? Temptation हुआ ना कभी कभार? Sometimes कोई देखा नहीं तो कोई खाता भी रहेगा. That is another thing. But I'll tell you, don't do that, because that gives a small thought of connecting to us to one point that if here nobody is watching, there is one lawmaker above who is watching. So let us, these are the small things we can try to, in our life connect to this inner calling that is God. So let us not do that. I know Himani will not never break because she never break. She told me she never rides the two-wheeler, correct? I remember. So she's saved from breaking a law. So that is one thing. So when there is a law, there is a lawmaker, and there's a lawkeeper who, will see that things are in place. Our traffic police department, many other departments, passport office mein jayega to, there are laws over there. They will not allow you to break the laws and, just go. They will not at all send you also when you go to the, other country. Mataji's visited US so many times. So there's a, there is stamping karke, nahi to वापस भेज देंगे so many people if you break the law. So that implies that there is a lawmaker for everything. When there is a lawmaker for so here we will see one more example. What if this law is broken? Sorry. What is this? Anybody, any idea? Which room is this? Swati? Air traffic control. In Bangalore also, before you reach the airport, I like to see that room very much. Always still, wow, those people sitting over there. You see, when you approach the airport, just on the top, you can see the air traffic control room over there. I'm really amazed by those people sitting there because they have the highest law controlling in that. What if they don't do the duty and they tell one aeroplane thinks, चलो आगे पीछे कोई नहीं है, मैं चला जाता हूँ. What would be the chaos over there? What would be the chaos, right? It's in the bag. Bag. Take in the bag. Red purse. So every law, it implies a lawmaker, and we as citizens, we are supposed to follow the rules of that law. That will make us worthy citizens and worthy, coming down to when the law of the house is also right. We know any laws in your house? Mummy has set some laws. Yeah. What are the something examples?
And your help around in some of the household activities.
Okay. Chaitanya, any law in your house? No. Any law in your house? You are staying in hostel, but still.
Yeah, maybe say like after eating, we have to wash our items.
I'm sorry?
Wash plate, towels and.
Oh, wow, that's nice. Okay, that's great. Hey, Swati, any law in your house?
There are so many laws.
So many laws. Even my daughter will tell. Ah, that law is not, it's just there in our house, but there's a lot of people breaking that law. Well, first is my daughter. Rajeshri, what about laws? Where do you stay? Stay with your parents or you stay in hostel, PG? Yeah, okay. So what about a parent's house when you were brought up? Was there any law and then you were supposed to follow that? Law means in the house it's a simple rule. We don't call it law. Law बोलेगा तो बच्चे लोग को लगेगा कोर्ट में रुका है सब लोग. But in house it's called a simple word as yes. Yes, sir.
On bed, she says no wet towels on the bed.
Wow, super. Amazing that. Correct. I find my husband over that. That reminds me. Thank you, Tejaswini. Na? Tejaswini, yeah? Jai, very nice. Anybody else who would like to answer this?
Friday, there's a new law. It's come law.
Oh,
In our house. On Friday, I we made lunch, packed everything, went, sat in the cab to go to office. And on the way, I'm thinking something I forgot. Then I realized I forgot to have breakfast.
Oh,
Now made by my mother-in-law is not forgetting to have breakfast.
wow.
Leaving the house.
That's amazing, actually. It helps in two things. One is to set things, for everybody in the house that you should have breakfast. Another is for the health. So usually you tell when you the first meal what you take if it's not done take or the whole day, the things to do digestion. So Rajeshri, coming back to you, you were telling something during your yeah, but in your mother's house was there anything earlier? No. Mm-hmm.
Now it is like eagerly and she's in Marshall Days.
Nice, nice. I should write all these laws and take to my house because one law not for sorry.
That's okay. Really.
Oh wow, correct, correct. That's very important thing. Yes.
Swati online she says exercise every day and go to bed early.
Oh, all these are eye openers. I think I came to open everybody's eyes. My eyes are getting opened over here. Thank you, Swati. So she made me aware of one thing. She made me aware. Even Snehayavati, Swati, Tejaswini. Thank you. You all are my eye openers. I will write and all this and put my laws for myself. So this one thing we have to really think that a law. Anybody else? Snehayavati?
Prejudice.
Yeah, so every law implies a lawmaker. Like we had here, what if the planets in the orbit was not going, कभी भी सुना है पता है सैटर्न जाके जुपिटर को टकराया और गिर गया. In our WhatsApp and what to say, our mobile, everything, all crap comes. Along with good things, crap also come. But have you ever heard कि ऐसा फालतू कुछ आया कि सैटर्न जो गॉट टकराया जून विनस से एंड जुपिटर को आके इधर गया जुपिटर. Why? Why? Why nothing is there? Everything is, set by somebody. The creator has set a law that everything will move in this orbit this way. There was never, never a time. Even if now, if we say that some meteors are going to hit the Earth, that is also told so many millions of years ago. It's already told. It is already told that some meteors will come and hit the earth, and that way all this. Even all this big, all this tsunamis and all come, correct? Everybody comes with a name and नामकरण करके आते हैं. Very strange names आ जाते हैं. But sometimes colleague का नाम came. Once one colleague's name came, I don't recollect that. I told अरे तू आ गया चेन्नई में मालूम नहीं पड़ा. So that way. So everything is already set and there's a law, and if you break the law, it is complete chaos. So we come to the second point, that is every law implies a lawmaker. Are you able to connect to what I'm telling, or am I too fast because we lost a lot of time in the morning and trying to cover up? Is that okay, Veena?
Yeah.
Okay. I think Veena and I can connect because we are always in the speed. I think newcomers should tell that where I'm going fast and something like that. Please, if you're not able to pace, sorry. Yeah, so that's the thing. Yeah. Wow. What is this? Beautiful apple. Something law behind apple. Did we hear anytime? Yeah. So was it that only when Newton discovered that apple fell, or before that also apples kept falling? Apples kept falling, but he discovered that there is a law of gravity. This gravitational force exists everywhere. We'll tell. अभी मालूम Sunita Williams went there and she was also floating. So there is a law over there also, right? The law that's set over there कि उसको उतना gravity में there is something gravitational force over there when they may not be standing like us. They will be saw that, no? Everything, her bathroom, toilet, Bhagavad Gita reading, everything was at lying down, that position. So, what we should understand, it's not on this earth only that we are experiencing that. She went out in space. And there also there is something, that particular thing, what exists and life existed and she's come back in that situation also. So that implies that there is a lawmaker. Even when before Newton discovered only, apples kept falling. It did not go upward, it kept falling down only. But we had Newton to bring out the law of gravity. And only thing where, his sometimes said to be on the lighter side is told that the law only broke when Newton got a heart attack, it seems, when he saw Rajinikanth movies. That's where all the laws broke. So, Money just see where am I? Here. Money just see this. I think I clicked it everything. Have a book or something? Sorry. कोई तो click करना. Not able to click yet. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, okay. So that way. Now here we have our science days, right? There's a law of, so actually the law of mechanics, we how everything gravity came, then air resistance. We learned, no? School days when teacher taught us, ball aisa gaya, to aisa hai, wo aisa, all that. Now, who makes that all these laws are in place? Correct? There's somebody who is, that's what we came to this point that there's always a lawmaker to everything. And in the house also, like when we told there are these laws and all, who makes mostly it's the mother of the house, rightly told Swati. So mother of the house ensures that there is a law in place, like you towel. Somebody Sayati told about no towel in the bed. Same way, no soap on the bathroom floor. Correct? No, the soap डाल के छोड़ेंगे. Next में और टपा 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 all will go on falling. So everything has, and there's somebody who keeps these laws, and that's called a lawmaker. And if everything is in place, what we'll tell everything. This heading is not coming, Himani. What's that? This thing. There's a heading over here, organization. This is the third thing. Thank you. Organization and order. Now you understand because we already told why we came to a point where we are setting the laws, why we want things to set in place. So when everywhere, even in the office where we work, your office also there is a hierarchy, right? We'll be the lower section, the higher middle, the managers, the project managers, and then there'll be the project leads, right? If I'm not wrong. Then there'll be some CEO, then groups. Everybody reports to the CEO. So and if everything is perfect, what will tell? Everything is in order. So every place where everything organization is set up properly, we will understand there's an order of that. And what if if we are if that is messed up, it can anybody give an example? Somewhere there is no order. What is that? Yeah, here there is no Abhi. Just a minute. Yeah, this what is this bulb telling? There was something, I was trying to tell that everything now Abhi sunlight bulb. When the bulb came, it has a limited thing. What is this version of the sunlight? The next thing. Time and again skip. Can you give that book, please? I think. What happened? Sorry. How much light does a common bulb emit, correct? Thank you, sir. Sorry, huh? How much, every light, small thing, light, a bulb, how much light can it hold? How much light will it emit? Even in like in the, if you use in the washroom, you'll tell some certain watts. When it comes to the altar, in our altar, when we keep certain watts, high watts, right? That's the amount of light it emits. And what about this light? This light. Who has made this light? Correct? And that bulb on that, I know recently also in our house there was a function and we brought that light and we were seeing on the bulb it's written 2 years warranty. And 2 years may it ran more than 2 years, but its limitation it's only till that. 2 years, 3 years. But this light have you been seeing for quite some time? What is this? And how much watts are coming out of that, any limit? And was there a day when it did not come out and we were lost of that sun, we had to go to recharge? So what it says in this system, whole system, there is an organization. I know somebody is organizing the things and things are in order. I don't know. My mouse is not working or what? Whenever I call Himani, the things work out better. Also, suppose take an example of nature, no? If you see a mango, have you tasted a mango will taste like an apple anytime? Any mango will taste like an apple? Any blueberry will taste like a jackfruit? No, right? Where it's getting lost? It's Himani here, huh? Either karo, either lost. Okay. It's going ahead 1 minute. Sorry, online girls. Just bear with us. Yeah. So who is the scientist behind all this? Any thought process? Now while think, Are, what is this? ये पूछ रहा है and okay, here is something very interesting. And we saw the previous slide that was a syntax tank, right? What we saw before. What is a syntax tank? We hold gallons of water in a syntax tank, right? And what will happen if there is a small leak in this intestine? Have you ever tried in one of our buildings it happened? So how much ever you paste any chemical on that, it's not of any use. Correct? The water will go on leaking. Now what about this tank? Oh, this is a fruity. This again packed. What about this tank? What is this? Clouds. And how much of water it holds, right? And we have gone by a plane, aeroplane. We travel. We have gone by flight, correct? And what does the flight do? It goes amongst the clouds. There we sit and do WhatsApp nicely. We take photo. Wow, we are in the clouds flying. But do we think when the aeroplane goes between the clouds split into two. And did anybody observe that the plane got wet because the cloud burst or something on the aeroplane? No, right? It just coolly split into two and we just went through. And the cloud continued its way, we also continued its way. So that is the extent where things are, arranged in this organization, the order. Example now, so now a postman, brings a check. Suppose earlier we used to get our results also, the postman used to get by post. Now that days are gone, you all are like everything takes savvy, everything is coming. Okay, this will come to this later. So when the postman brings a check, so he's does so I get a post. Who's staying in hostel? Dharani stays in hostel. So father is staying, sending a 10K check or DD to her. She's Dharani. So her father sends. So we should tell, oh postman, I'm so grateful to you. You send. Who's the actual sender of the check? Father. So there is one father behind all the screens. Are we coming to some point of all the creation, the law, came the organization order? So do we then, अरे postman आपने ही मेरा सब आप ही मेरा सब कुछ हो? What he was an instrument to bring that. Whereas we have the original person who has sent the whole thing, the father. Even in now we had this Christmas vacation, Christmas time that went on. So all the children very happy. One boy woke up in the morning. Wow, sorry, Santa Claus gave me gift. Santa Claus has only put the clothes and came, correct? Father worked the whole year and brought this gift. So who is the actual center of the thing? Actual center is the father. The actual center behind all this water and that rain and the tap. When we open the tap, gallons of water keep on pouring when we brush our teeth in the morning. Lazily, failing to close the tap. These are small things where we can connect. When it goes, we don't even realize how much water is going, where this water came from. Might be from some pipe. That pipe came from some river, some ocean, and from some rain, which rain came from the creator, the lawmaker who created all this. So even if you, so are these by chance? Did all this come by chance? No, right? Everything is set in place. This seems to be very interesting, right? This is something we can connect to. Correct? What is this? Fruity. Who will not miss fruity? Tell me. क्या है fruity में? Juice. Mango juice. Yummy mango juice, right? And everything is correctly set in the Tetra pack. We like to carry Tetra packs, right? There is no leak, nothing. So everything समेट लिया है एक छोटा सा Tetra pack में. Easy to carry. So even in that, in small levels also we can see the hand of a creator. There he is created, but we have a big level. We have to grow in our things and our thoughts. Thank you. I think the online people would have loved the fruity, I guess. So thank you so much. I'm only concluding in that. So this we were trying to tell that, when we told about the apple, blueberry, some blueberry taste. Have you tasted any mango? So the organization or the nature of creation is so perfect. There's no doubt about it. Have you seen any mango which is looking like an apple? No? Have you seen any apple which is looking like grapes? Grapes looks like a grapes. Fruit looks like a fruit. Any tiger looking like a monkey or a monkey looking like a giraffe? No. So I think when I came to hear this, we have concluded, and when I told giraffe, the giraffe came. Let's see. So there's something very interesting about creation. If you really want to admire creation, so किसने giraffe नहीं देखा? Everybody saw giraffe, right? Okay. So what is interesting about this giraffe is this giraffe's heart, no? How tall the giraffe is, right? And we also want, we all have a heart within, right? And our requirement of the heart pumps blood, right, to all parts of the body. And kitna requirement रहेगा? Little requirement. But one day that requirement to stop, we all understand we had it. That is another thing. But see the importance of that pumping of the blood. Now, Can same heart of ours be put in that giraffe? What will be the giraffe? Next day giraffe will be gone, right? The giraffe will not start only. Ending point is a different thing. So starting my problem at creation is wrong, correct? So have you seen any wrong giraffe? I say it's wrong. Completely creation is so perfect. So what is interesting about the giraffe is its heart weighs 11 kilos in size and it is 2 feet long. Why it is? To pump the blood till its head, क्योंकि brain में तो सबका blood जाना ही है ना, then only all our brain start working. Anytime we say no, then the blood does not go to the brain, automatically we people also we suffer. There's a clot in the brain, finish. So for the same for the giraffe. Now what happens when the giraffe, looks down? I don't know where this come here. Okay, it has a longer snout, it's a hard 2 feet long, and it is got a one-way check valve. See how the creation is. And this is what is called a spongy tissue. What is that? When the giraffe, looks down, this one-way check valve works. How much blood is required? It is gone, and in that spongy tissue, it is spongy tissue. You can understand, right? It will hold that much blood that is required to you for the giraffe to use when its head is down, and when it comes back, it is revoked. That's the way creation is. So are we not amazed by this? So who is the creator behind this? Which scientist made it? I was really amazed, like how much technology has gone compared to what we were. I delivered some 20 years back, but it was so different in that time. Recently, when I went to one of our devotee care givers in a house, she was due for delivery, and when she was very upset. I told, "What happened? Everything okay?" She told, Mataji, what to tell? The guy told the child's nose is so much less. I was like amazed. My God. During my mother's time, at least hospital was there, but my mother-in-law, she delivered in the house. We used to do early delivery in the house. My mother-in-law delivered in the house. But कौन सा किसने देखा कितना मेजर था नोज का कितना मेजर था कान का. But now I was seeing technology, nose. The child is in the womb and the child's nose measurement is taken. And because of that, she was worried. See, actually, sometimes what happens, technology is good, but ज़्यादा जानने से sometimes we end up in more tension. I told you, don't think. See, everything has a time to grow. See, it is not a. It is good. There are many anomaly tests and all technology is coming out good, and even our bank has accepted those who are carrying. They are given some money for doing the anomaly test. It's very costly, also I have heard. See, these things are good unless it creates some tension in us. So this girl, she was so worried, and I was very happy. 2 days back, there was a function in her house, and she brought the baby. Perfect. Nothing. The gynecologists these days, they just want to, create the situation, and it's everything is a racket also to some extent. So I was like amazed. Are itna child ka knows? I told there is time for the child's body to develop. It will come, yeah. It is not that from brain hemorrhage. So brain mein that I can understand. You can understand that it will help the child and the parents to take a proper decision. But ये क्या है child का नस इतना है तो sensitive, and the doctor was saying there is something wrong with the child. So finish, no. Once it gets into our brain, no, our brain will not work at all. Then even if things are positive, no, we will not see things positive. I don't know who told me this, but one small nerve, negative signal to our brain, no, the whole system will collapse. This is a very deep thing that you can keep it in mind because it will work in many processes. Very small thing. Just be positive, and then it will help you to go a long way. No, there is some hand of God. Just there is something. No, we will work out. It'll go. Things will be fine. So when I told her, she was happy, and she just stopped this doctor. Don't think she blindly followed me, but it was an advice that was given, and she just went from this Bangalore doctor. She went to her native or her. She went to Hyderabad, and she was very safe. When safe hands over there, I think you see that also matters. No, circumstantial things, circumstances, places differ, and how things are. So they just wanted to tell where technologies come, but too much of technology sometimes too much of tension that way. So let us take on a lighter sense. So we are thinking, okay, so there now in this we came to the fourth point, that is every design. Just what is that? Every design implies an intelligent designer. That's what we saw from this, right? From all the technology. There was some designer for this, for the heart of the giraffe. That way, many things are there in life that we will understand. Only thing we have to keep our eyes open and appreciate it. Let us come to small, easy, nice story. What all can we see? Who is that? Everybody knows him. And he is what he's doing? He's a cobbler actually, and there is Narayana in the background. So once Narad Muni was going around in a village, and he met a Brahmana. And this Brahmana told, "Oh Narad Muni, the great sage, you might be Narad Muni, right? He can go everywhere. There is no restriction for him. Krishna has given him that he can go everywhere. All the palaces also he can go. Everywhere he can go. Goloka here, there, everywhere he can go." So he was told, "Online girls, are you enjoying the story? Sorry if you're getting bored. So that's why the story is here." So they told, Are, can you tell, can you, if you're going to, meet Narayana, please ask him, the Brahmana told, please ask him when I will come back to him. When I will come back to him. Because I'm doing so puja rituals, sab mein itna perfectly kar raha hai na. So he told, okay, I'll go and ask. So when he was, Narada Muni Bhaje Vina Radhika Ramana Me, this is what he does. He tells, sings the glories of the Lord. He was going. In the meanwhile, one cobbler, this cobbler was sitting over there. That, oh, great sage Narada, you are here. I know you will be going to so many places. So when you go to meet my Lord Narayan, please ask him that whether will I go back to him in this lifetime or any lifetime. So there's a difference in the question. Difference in the question, Chaitanya, two people. What was the question earlier? While you answer, I'm telling what. The Brahmana, what was the Sana? But
I will like go back in this lifetime or another lifetime.
that was a cobbler. Cobbler is meant in this lifetime. What did Brahmana tell? Means I know I'm going back, only I want the time frame. But cobbler is whether I will go in this lifetime or means मेरे को उतना भी काबिलियत है क्या to go back to Narayana. So that is a humbleness. So Narayana reached the Lordship's, place, and he asked, Lord, I met two people, and they were asking, they were both are your devotees. The Brahmana is doing so much of puja for you, and then the cobbler also is remembering you. So they told, they asked me to ask you whether one he has this way and he also has this way. Then Narayana told that, okay, you do one thing. You go and tell the Brahmana that in this lifetime you will not see me. In any lifetime you will not see me. And you go and tell the cobbler, in this very lifetime you can come to me. Okay, fine. But why he is doing so much of puja, na? Brahmana तो इतना पूजा कर रहा है, why not? He should go अभी जाना चाहिए जो इतना पूजा कर रहा है, right? No, Swati. Cobbler is not doing anything. Then he told, okay, before you leave, one more thing. ऐसे भी होता है ना, मम्मी जब भी हम लोग घर से निकलते हैं, मम्मी will remember two things. अरे before you go this, before you go that, correct? So before Narad Muni was just leaving the spiritual world, Narayana told him, but just tell them one thing. Both of them you tell one thing. They will ask you, what was your Lord Narayan doing? Oh, okay. Then what I should answer? Then he told, just tell them that he was trying to put an elephant through thread an elephant to the needle, to the eye of a needle. Sounds interesting. You understood what I meant? There's a needle, eye of the needle, so small, right? So Lord no told to tell the Brahmana and the cobbler that your Lord over there is trying to put an elephant through the eye of a needle. For Narad Muni, like, okay, my Lord, I'll go and I'll answer, I'll tell that. So then he reached back after all this, visit everywhere. He reached back to the Brahmana. Oh, sage, have you come? The Brahmana asked. So tell me, when I'm going to go back to Lord Narayan. So he told, and first of all, you tell whether you saw Narayan. So there is doubt on Narayan. On the sages also, so many people, sometimes they will have doubts. Yeah, I went there, but the sad story for you is that he told you will never go back. Hey, that means you're not gone only, because if you are gone to him, he's sure to take me back. Okay. Okay, you tell me one thing. What was your Lord Narayan doing? Then he told he was trying to thread an elephant to the eye of a needle. This Brahmana had a hearty laughter. He told why he does not any other work. And he said, by any chance is it possible to put an elephant through the eye of a needle? We can put only a thread to the eye of a needle. You're telling Narayana is just not anything work. Impossible, illogical, don't speak. You go. I know that I'm going to go in lifetime. You go and do your work. You sing Radhika Nam and then you go. And he went off. Then he came to the cobbler and asked, oh, my dear sage, I'm sure you went, see, I'm sure you went and met Lord Narayan. And please tell whether in this lifetime or any lifetime, will I ever see Lord Narayan? Then he told, yeah, you will go, sure see the Lord Narayan in so many lifetimes. Okay, can you please entertain me? What was my Lord doing? The great Lord. Then he told, The Lord was trying to put an elephant, not a baby elephant, a big elephant, through the eye of a needle. Oh, the cobbler was amazing. He started dancing in joy. Wow, amazing, amazing. My Lord is putting an elephant through an eye of a needle. Sounds interesting, Swati? Oh, what about all those who are online? I think put a thumbs up if you feel it's interesting. Then you don't hurry. Why are you jumping with joy with such a foolish thing I'm telling? Then he told, see where he is sitting? Below. What type of tree you feel is it? What type of tree? Where he's sitting big bark and something going. Okay, it might not look so obvious. It's a banyan tree, suppose example. Or simple, or you can take an example of a coconut tree also, with long coconut tree. Then he told, when the Lord can put such a big banyan tree in such a small seed, a banyan tree comes from a seed. When he can put such a big banyan tree in the small seed, why can't he put one elephant through the eye of a needle? So what do we understand? So Narad Muni was, wow, he had faith and he had logic also. Both worked out over here, which we are trying to come. Design implies an intelligent designer. We have faith and we have a logical conclusion over there. Same way we see so many, trains moving on the track. There are so many examples, Mirage, so many things. And so all this, mathematical theory, I'll not go so much into it, but because every micro thing is managed, right? Even in our body, correct? Every micro thing is managed by Lord. One placement here and there, and we are done, right? Kidney को lungs का जगह पे रखे, heart को किधर भी रखेगा तो how it would be. So we just summarize with small thing. Proof that God really exists. So that is creation implies a creator, the law implies a lawmaker, and there's an organization and an order for everything, and design implies a intelligent designer. So just quickly go through now. What is this? Can you show me God? Somebody tells you can show me God, correct? कभी कैसे दिखाएंगे? So let us dwell on this. So first of all, if you tell that you want to show you, I should show you God. Suppose I tell you, you know that Prime Minister exists, okay? Then I tell, Acha, I want to go and meet the Prime Minister. Who's going to allow you to meet the Prime Minister? तो आपका क्या काबिलियत है? Go there and wherever he is sitting, and you'll ask, what is your qualification to know him? Same way, if even to learn about God, we say, what's our qualification to know that? अरे आप बुलाएगा वो आएगा, आपका क्या काबिलियत है? Even if a local MLA also, if you see, when we had to call the president, not president, sorry, I'm sorry, the local BJP head over here, when so much we had to follow so many protocols, the president of the temple had to go and personally follow so many protocols, before requesting them to come over here, the president or vice president, whoever. So they had to follow protocols. So they would tell, what is your qualification to come and meet him? So first is that if we want to, see God, where do we have the qualification to see the God? And for everything, we have to follow a process, right? For every scientific theory, which we wanted to follow a process, if you want to make water, two molecules of hydrogen, one molecule of oxygen, the other way it does not work, correct? So if you want to see something, microorganisms, what do we use? Microscope. Can we see anything else through a microscope? If you want to measure distance, can you take a microscope and go? So absolutely no. So everything, it needs a apparatus or a procedure to follow. So even for if you want to know about God, you should have a qualification, a procedure to follow that. And that is when you can understand like the more about that thing. Example, another way that we can conclude is theory of cause and effect, where we can see how do we understand God. So what is theory of cause and effect? Sometimes we come to a conclusion of some things which we cannot see. Some things are not seen, correct? But we can understand that thing exists even though it's not seen. Very good example is a fan or a fan that rotates. It need not be tables, any fan. So when it rotates, what comes? Air. It's rotating, correct? We get air. But what is driving that air? What is it? Huh? Anybody? Something that initiates that air. What is that? Something goes into that start. That time that air comes, right? Yes. Perfect. So did you see electricity anytime? No. That is, you prove that there is electricity by the effect of it. The cause. The cause has come, so we know there is a cause behind this effect. Same way we all are having mobiles. So it's inseparable part of our life, right? So when we go everywhere, there is a frequency, right? So anybody अरे इधर range है क्या? इधर range है क्या? Will ask, no, what is the range? कि किसी ने देखा है क्या लेके आने का time? When you came here, did you see a Wi-Fi है इसका range है कितना है? No, we know it's a range. It will reach here. We are not able to see, but we know it is there. So when the effect is there, there is a cause. Any such examples online? So this is the theory of cause and effect. So same way, these are small things. When I told about the orbit, when the planets moving in the orbit, is there somebody sitting and circulating over here? No. So it all goes in that control that there is a person who is doing that cause. The effect is that orbit. So even there is a puppet show. Have you all seen puppet shows? When children go, they are amazed. In Banshankari, there's a place, puppet show. You can see there. There's a theater over there. We take children over there. They're amazed to see how puppets are moving, how they're moving. There's nobody. But the parents know, right? Who is there? There are strings. So do we know that there are strings about that? So these are some small examples which I'll just go through quickly. There's a puppet show. All the puppets are there over here, and it's really got maximized so much. The unseen is proven by the seen. Are you able to understand what is this? Pearls. Are they stuck together? What do you feel, Swati? What are these pearls done? It's not stuck. It cannot stay. If you stick, it will break, right? There is something going within. A string. So are we able to see the string? No. So the unseen is proven by what is seen. Okay? We are not able to see the string, but we know that there is something that is holding the string. So there is perfection in everything of what is created, what is there. That this is one very small and very nice example. We can understand that there is presence of a creator who is stringing everything around and everything, the effect we are seeing. So there is a cause. This is a theory of cause and effect. Same way, a very simple thing is love, right? We all experience love. It comes. Are we able to एक इतना love किया, oh उतना love किया? No. Because our FAQM, we know, okay, there's a cause of somebody who is loving the. So that comes to, let us quickly come to some important things. What is, to know something, we should know, the knowledge about something, right? I know every year in our school days, I used to don't, and I not like that. कुछ भी बोलेगा तो first thing in the chapter is definition. सबको एक define करो. Anything define the following. In exam, that is an inseparable part only. So, definition of God. So unless we know the knowledge about something, no, now about something, we cannot define that. Now, suppose if I tell you 1 hour, if you're the science graduate, yeah, science, he'll tell you. Okay, Chaitanya will tell us 1 hour about medulla oblongata. वो कितना बात करेंगे, correct? And any commerce person will tell about tell you tell this of balance sheet. How much will you speak? Even if we have knowledge, we have only limited knowledge. But believe me, you tell some person, you speak about God, he will come and stand and speak 3 hours of God, whether you have knowledge or don't have knowledge. That is the thing people do. Without having even knowledge, without having the study of the subject, you just try to define the subject. My question is God so cheap that we just take him, just for granted and just speak about him, even if without we do? So who is that God? And how do we understand that? So let us conclude that, and not conclude, let us come to small three things like how we can conclude the definition of God. It's very interesting for me, but I hope it's interesting for you and the online girls also. First is, it's a small thing you can keep in mind, spec. Just think, this spec's name, this spec, bada spec. He is the supreme source. Okay. So now with all this example, you would have understood that there is a source. I would not like to again dive deep into. Okay, there is small. Now, any doubt about that? There will be and he would be the supreme source. But from so many examples, I think we have derived over the time, right? Are you okay? Is that okay? Correct. So I don't dwell so much into these small things. These are very easy things for you. And maybe the tap, that coming from the tap mein se pani aata hai, which I told you, it comes from the river, ocean, and it comes from the rain. So we all know that Creation means at some point of time there was something, somebody who created it. So we know that he is the supreme source. So when somebody tells you to define God, this is the first thing you can tell. He is the supreme source. Because we have so many examples that we have listed here. Okay, then why can't we see him? Correct? So we had the no, we suppose we have a novel and we are reading a novel. And then everything will come. Fiction came, characters came, scenes came, and all that. So are you seeing the author also inside that? No. Where is the author? He's behind the novel. I mean, not that picture better, but he's driving the whole novel right from whatever you read, Mills and Boons or James Bond, or whatever you read all through. You can see the author is behind. Same way, he is the supreme source behind everything. Suppose somebody owns okay, father. So another one example. If a child has a father, the father has a grandfather, grandfather has somebody, great grandson, comes down to one supreme father, so supreme source. And here is somebody who is constructing in a house. Okay, so once you construct a house, all the materials you use. What are used by water, cement, this cement, okay, you ground with something, but there are some raw material of the house. So is that the owner owning everything of that? Can the laborer come and tell, okay, I made this house? No. Can the owner tell that this house is completely mine? Did the owner practically sit and make that land which was done? He would have purchased the land, but the whole of a creation, some source was there. So give a larger thought about things that are around and just try to dwell on these things that there is a supreme source. Then he is the sole proprietor of everything. First I told no. First was source. Second is proprietorship. I told you, no, Mataji introduced me that I was in Bombay in 1998. So this place, the whole, bloodline is the trains. If you go in the trains in Mumbai, you get a lot of self-realization if you really want to get self-realized. So I should be grateful to the trains because my Krishna consciousness was shaped in, Mumbai. So it so happens in the train, no, there are three people can sit comfortably unless you are very fat. But three people, normal people can sit. Even if my size also you can sit. Three people can sit. And the fourth one को एक cotton मिलेगा. So one person got into a train from one station, say example Dadar se Udpur, and he told he had a bag. So the fourth person, no, he has to sit only this much. Only he can sit this much, little part of the ass. So he can't sit comfortably. So he got up to put his bag on the shelf up, not shelf, out on the train that thing arrived there. In the meanwhile, what happened? Another one person or another one lady, she came and sat over there. Then this one told her, hey, you are sitting in a seat, my seat. I sat over there just now. How can you sit over there? No, 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 now I am sitting. You got up, no, I sat. And they both started fighting. The fighting to each other, reminded each other about their grandfather, father, great grandfather, everybody. Everybody will remember in the trees and you will know everybody also. This happened for half an hour. In the meanwhile, by the time they were standing and fighting, the third person came and occupied the place, which they are not even aware. And then they realized, okay, half an hour passed, now our station is coming. So both of them got down onto the train and they started fighting in the platform. But what happened? The train went and everybody went to the destination. But these people are fighting. What are they claiming? They're claiming proprietorship of that place where they're only there for some time. Same way, my children, we all are there over here for only some time. People fight over property. For ages, they will fight over property. Neither we brought the property nor we are going to take the property, but we claim proprietorship of the property. Anybody who is making a house can tell, okay, this house is mine. Okay, I will not tell, I will make a house and it is Swati. I'm not so generous that it is Swati, this house is yours. It's not that we don't have so much of open thing. That let me be frank about it. But I cannot be attached to my house that this is my house. It is my, I will be here only for lifetime. ऐसा नहीं होता है ना. It's in Kannada, one of the famous saint has told. And then Prabhupada also has told many the things that ಇದು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಅದು ನಮ್ಮನೆ. This is just a temporary place. We just come and go. We have given a house to a tenant, to stay. It was only to that agreement. Till the agreement is gone, it's over. It's a very interesting thing, One of my customers, every day he will come in the morning and he will tell, Madam, ನಮ್ ಮಗನ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಏನ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್? ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೈಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೈಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ. I don't okay, this is age, let him do that. In that age, you have to acquire, I understand. Why are you meditating and contemplating on that? Full time meditation with my son took that site, Adi. Then he will ask me, you want site? I talk about whatever little I have also I cannot manage. Forget it. I don't want. So you continue with that. But I would advise you, sir, that you please don't too much go into all this. This proprietorship mentality, accumulating. Then what happened? We get stuck to that. I mean, it's very difficult to remove. Something what is very, oh, mobile, correct. Mobile gaya. Kaya? My God, kaha gaya? My God, everything is gone. Mobile gone, then finish. We are gone. कर लो दुनिया मुट्ठी में, everything is in the mobile. Finish. How much attachment we have, and we claim proprietorship about that what is not ours, that what is belonging to him completely. That mobile was given myself after engagement. My husband first gifted me a mobile. Very first day I lost it. After that, we went to police station. Police क्या करेंगे? Because that time and all it was there. Now the mobile police station doesn't matter. Just block it. But that time, very first thing. So I was thinking, look at that. It was not in my destiny also to keep it in sometime. I was careless. I agree to that. But it is like, I can't claim only proprietorship. But my husband was too good. Okay, he did not fight with me. Though we were newly engaged. So I should tell. So same with, and this person, customer whom I was telling, you won't believe. Last Janmashtami, I tried to call him. Though he was that way, one good thing we should see in people, this great site which he used to purchase, his son used to purchase, they made lot of farms. And every time from the cultivation, he will come and give to Jagannath. He used to come and give me for me to consume. Why I should take somebody up? I am not some great person to take. I used to bring it to Jagannath, and he has given lot of fruits, bananas, this big, what you say, bunches of bananas, mangoes. Every season he used to come that particular fruit, and he used to give that. And then he gave this gooseberry. So much of gooseberries he brought and gave, and came to the temple. I don't come because I'm working. I cannot come for Rajbhog cooking. So last when he came and gave gooseberries, I gave to the, gooseberry, avla. I gave to the temple and the Mataji's made, and they told also, see, gooseberry juice or no, sabji, pickle, and gooseberry rice. There was Vijayashri Mataji temple, so she made gooseberry rice and some pickle from that. Okay, that happened. But Janmashtami, last Janmashtami, I tried to contact him. I tried message, sir, this is a Janma. He every year he used to contact for, he used to donate for Janmashtami. When I called, he did not answer my calls. Then I thought he stays here in Nettamadu. He used to stay there. Then his son or a daughter replies, father passed away in such and such date. I was like shocked. When I saw the date, it was just a week after he gave me the gooseberries. His services were used for for Radhavina's pleasure. But what I'm trying to say, he always meditated on, all this, acquiring things, acquiring things, acquiring things. So there was a king like this who was so much accumulating things. And one saint wanted to teach him something. So he told, okay, I will tell you something. There's a good news and a bad news. So he told, okay, what's the good news? He told, I'll tell you what you want to hear first. He told, I'll hear the bad news first. Then I will hear the good news, I'll be happy. So what is the bad news? The bad news is you will die in 7 days. Oh my God. So then what is the good news? So the good news is that you will go to heaven. Oh, that's great. But again, there is one bad news and one good news. Okay, tell me the bad news first. So he'll tell, what is the bad news? So there is population explosion. Oh my God, how can I go there? Here I am a king. How can I go there? Then he told, there's a good news. What is the good news? You will have your own palace in heaven. Wow, that's great. The king was happy. But again, there is a bad news. What? The king asked, there are a lot of mosquitoes in your palace. Oh my God, I can't take that. Then he told, there's a good news. What's the good news? You can put nets. Ah, then I'm okay. Then again the sage told, but there's a bad news and a good news. What's bad news? So that net no is having holes. Oh, is it? Then there's a good news that you can tie, you can thread off this. Okay, but there is one bad news. There is no needle over there. Oh, is it? Then so what is the good news? You can take the needle along with you when you go there. So the king told, are you foolish? When I die, can I take the needle along? This is the point I'm trying to tell you, the sage told. You're going on acquiring. You're not going to carry a single thing, not even a needle you can carry and go. Then what are you conquering and fighting and all these kingdoms you're doing? This is the point, children, that we're trying to come to is that we are only the temporary, small proprietor. So SPE we did, and now is this That house we also spoke, and there's a enjoyer. Yeah. We enjoy everything, correct? Can we enjoy everything? No, our enjoying capacity is also less only. कोई भी साना को 15 गुलाब जामुन एक दिन देगा तो she cannot eat 15 gulab jamuns. You cannot eat. Chaitanya also cannot eat. One day I love ice creams. So one day somebody fed me so many ice creams. I was like, Appa, no more ice creams. So our everything is limited. Our capacity for everything is, but we claim the enjoyership mentality. But there is only one supreme enjoyer. Okay. And he's independent of that. Okay. He's an independent enjoyer. You should understand. And he's a controller. Okay. He is the controller of everything. That we understood now, right? So one husband told, he was telling, I control the things of the whole house is in my control. That my wife told me that I can tell you that much. So that is a control mentality which we have. Some people they want to control. So what they do, they'll carry a dog and go because come se come dog to baat nahi karega. Na? You can control with that belt. That's the level even for controllership also we are having lot of limitation. But who can control everything? That supreme person. So that dives down to spec. Oh my god, sorry. What happened? Running low. I think I've not got my battery. Sure, I got also. Thought it was me. I thought it was okay. So I'll just quickly run through anyway. So this is the supreme controller, what we saw. And second definition, first is definition is spec. Okay, second definition is this of who is the Lord. The one who possesses all the opulences. I think this is very easy for you to understand all, but you should understand one thing below before all this, all beauty, all wealth. Now, if you see Ambani, he's having wealth, but he's having only that much wealth. Does he have the wealth of the second richest person? No, he's having that, he's the richest. Second, but this wealthy person is having the wealth of the first, second, third richest person of the whole universe or whoever that way. So he is all beauty, all wealth, all fame, correct? If we have an actor, Shah Rukh Khan is only famous here. If he goes in Belgium or Europe, maybe some Indians may know, but everybody will not know, correct? That way. So who is famous everywhere will be God. In whatever belief or religion they understand. Strength, strong. Who is the strongest of all? Some weightlifting champion can do only for that limited capacity. But the Lord, the whole thing he can, he's the strength of all. Knowledge. We had Shakuntala Devi, correct? Max expert. Utna limitation. Only in that field you have knowledge. But any other thing, no. But the one who knows knowledge of all the fields is one supreme God. And then is renunciation. Same thing like we told, we don't have a like, oh my God, it's not going to go. Okay. Now, how do we acquire knowledge about God? There are three ways which we acquire knowledge of God. One is pratyaksha, that is, okay, pratyaksha means pratyaksha praman. It means acquiring knowledge about God through, our senses. And like our eyes, ears, nose, correct? When we touch, we understand that feeling of touch. And in fact, but the sad thing is, this pratyaksha praman, when we try to conclude that we are acquiring knowledge of God, our senses are imperfect. You have I don't know how many of you have heard this. Like sometimes if you go into the dark room and if there is a thread over there, dark room, the thread, suddenly we feel, oh my God, is there a snake? It happens in villages. It's so dark and suddenly something is going, oh my God, is that a snake? No, it will be just a thread. Why? Our senses are imperfect. We are not able to, judge everything all, whether eyes also. We can have only limited vision. Elephants can see some. In that elephant also, you can see only that much. A dog can sniff. Only that limitation in that organ, how much it is. Even we can sniff. But how much limitations we have. So even we are having our senses, the senses are imperfect. So that way is a pratyaksha praman. That was the first way we can acquire knowledge of God. But is that right? No, we have some limitations. Second, what is this? So the pratyaksha praman, and like how we told, and second is our senses are we are illusion. Wow, this uncle and auntie, sitting over here. Can we reduce the size, Himani? I don't. Okay. Is it clear? Is this clear? Old uncle and auntie looking at each other. Romance is looking like that, right? Are we able to see? Anything else? Are we able to see? What? Yeah, here is one male and here is a female and a male doing guitar. Another thing, here is a lady sitting from the in the window. Here is the one actually in this. There's a bottle here lying. So much illusion, no? Right? First, we are able to see only something else. What about this? If you have a smaller version, just keep looking, no, we will feel like something is moving, 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 correct? So many a times our senses, are under illusion. So here, sorry. What about this? What are we able to see? Bridge, yeah? We are able to see the bridge? Are we able to see only bridge? Yeah. So these are the things which tell that कैसे अपना, illusion, we feel that. So that is one the pratyaksha praman. All our senses try to get illusion. So then we come to another way of understanding God, that is Anuman. Anuman means second way of gaining knowledge about God is, yes, Mataji told correctly. We are guessing. Everything is a guesswork. Even when Darwin theory came out, I guess, I thought, I think. ऐसे सब बोलेगा तो कौन believe करेगा? If you tell only अर्धा, don't tell अर्धम knowledge. You tell perfectly, then we will tell about it is. So Anuman Praman is that way. You give only half-baked knowledge. Half-baked knowledge is better than half-baked egg wilted is better than nothing. So that way, half-baked knowledge is better than don't have knowledge only. And in this Hanuman, I'll tell you, it so happened when two doctors were, this is Shabda Praman. Two doctors, they were three doctors, okay? They were standing and looking from the top of the hospital. And one lady is walking. And lady is limping this way. So that one doctor told, he's a neurologist. He told the nurse में बड़ा problem है. So this lady is having that problem. Another told, no, इसको है ortho problem. He was an ortho person. So he told orthopedic. So he told, no, उसका पैर में problem because ortho bones are not okay. So other one had some Ayurvedic problem and he told, नहीं इसको ये Ayurvedic problem है because of that Vata, Pitta, dosha. उसको वो है. So they told, okay, let us see out of our three which one is correct. So they went to that lady and asked, excuse me, you're limping. What is the issue? Then she told chappal टूट गया. Finish. I'm just so that is how everything is, imperfect. So first we came to pratyaksha, which we found because of imperfect senses and illusion. It's not right way of acquiring knowledge. Second was guessing. When we are guessing small things, how can we guess about the supreme creator, which is so perfect, who's so perfect? So the third one was Shabda Brahman. The third one is Shabda Brahman. This is the most reliable source when you want to acquire knowledge of the God. Why? It is Shabda, the sound that came from that sound vibration, that came through the disciplic succession. Mainly through all the, now this is the main, that sound vibration. Okay. We had in our scriptures, the famous sages, whatever came through that disciplic succession, that is you can endorse on that is called Shabda Praman. That whatever it is called coming is authentic. Everything you want to know the authentic source, right? Now also when you go to buy anything, just be careful about buying things because I have heard plastic rice is coming in the market. It might be cheap, but what we want, authentic. How will come to know? We cannot go and discover, correct? So through some limitation of the Shabda Praman, we can take and put in that. What is authentic source? We know it comes from the farmer, ye hai, wo hai, but that will come from the disciplic succession. My mother, grandmother will tell and give. In that case, we can use that. But when we come to know about the knowledge of God, who can share better than the great Valmiki Muni and Vyasdev, who are the great sages who were there in the earlier scriptures? And of course, with other religions also, there will be other things also. And they have brought us the scriptures, the Ramayana, the Bhagavad Gita, Mahabharata. Just refer. These are the instruction manuals. When anything comes, we don't want to see manual, right? Because हम लोग को सब कुछ मालूम है. But when our life also came into existence, Bhagavad Gita, just have Mataji will carry on. We'll start with the Bhagavad Gita quotes. That's a life instruction manual. Just follow instructions of Bhagavad Gita. That had come when we came into existence. The God had sent that through the sages, Harmony, and then finally, I told no Shabda Praman. Finally, if you open the Bhagavad Gita, also you can see how from Gusan God, how God to Vivashwan, and all the parampara will come. And then it reached to Srila Prabhupada, who brought it to us. And it is very nice and as it is. Now, I don't want to endorse, like, you have to just evolve. Don't want to endorse on anything. But what I'm trying to tell is These manuals is what we can depend on our life. अभी कुछ भी यूज करे तो हो मोबाइल ऐसा यूज करना, we know everything, we are service, we know everything, we don't refer anything, but it is essential to go through these things to use properly the way it is kept, it is brought in for creation. So what are the three way of acquiring knowledge? Pratyaksha, Anuman, and Shabda. Out of these three, which is the perfect one? Shabda Brahman, because it came from the sages. And but how can I put faith in this? The scriptures may. I told, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. Last two things. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm done. Oh, sorry, done. Last few. That's it. So, 5 minutes. 5 minutes, like I said. Why should I accept this? Is because there is some historical info. I told you, all the sages had brought this. So I think these are the things we just wanted to conclude and cover up in this. And I hope we have evolved over the thing, like from where we started, for the belief of God, and then we told about the source, the creator, correct? Every creation implies a creator, there's a lawmaker, there is organization, and an order, and a design, correct? These are the four things if we keep. And what's the definition of God? Just remember our specs. We can see God through our specs. What was that? He is a supreme proprietor, he is a supreme enjoyer, and the supreme controller. And then finally, how do we acquire the knowledge of God? Was through three ways, that is Pratyaksha, Anuman, and Shabda. Out of that, only Shabda Brahman is the best because that has come from ages through all the correct scriptures. And why do we have faith in the scriptures? Because it has come in the right lineage, in the right descending succession. So that's what it just wanted to cover and do and the service was I've done justice, but I know I could do only surface because two things. I had some thing tied up in the last week and I was also under the weather, so I know I have done justice to this topic. Anyways, they're all there around to guide you as a very good team. Whatever you could understand or you could assimilate, just try to contemplate and get going. So that's just I want to say. And before I just for 2 seconds, can you close your eyes? Again, notice this Madhudi keeps on closing also. Madhudi, kya bolte rahe ho? Just contemplate on what we went through in this whole thing. And is there something what I can take away from this class? Just contemplate that, okay, this is what I will contemplate on this week. And this is what I will try to grow. And this is what I have learned from this session. I think with that as a closing line, I think I'm done for the day. Thank you.